dear friends, to this new journey in which we will be talking about the most interesting fact that how folk art, folk literature and folk music has touched our lives. So we will be talking about folklore and culture. In Indian Constitution, we understand tribes as a list of scheduled tribes and scheduled castes which has been enumerated for giving. So how have we distributed these tribes? There were various ways in which we could have distributed, and we have done the same. So the first way of distribution was geographical, to divide them into certain geographical regions and the place where they belong from, and name them like that. Then there was linguistic divisions. So these all particular tribes have their own dialect and their sort of different language which they use. So according to the language which they use, according to the dialect which they use, or the linguistic diversities, they have created different types of tribes. Then we can also define it racially. So people belonging from different region, their facial structure or their body structure, like the physical structure is different from each other. So that is also a way to differentiate different tribes. The demographic size. So we can understand that in India, if we talk about Gonds and Bhils as a particular tribe, we can understand that there are about 40 lakhs Gonds and Bhils approximately. And if we see that Santals, so Santals are also there, about 30 lakhs. Now there are certain tribes which are lesser in number, which are about 5 to 10 lakhs probably. Then there are also certain types of tribes which exist today less than 100. So we can understand that when the number is less, the culture which they follow, the folk element in their culture which they follow is becoming extinct, and they are the endangered tribes which we can differentiate by the number of people. With time, there are certain tribes which has assimilated, which have moved to a different place probably, and have mixed up with that particular native area, are not certainly following the myths and traditions of their own tribe which they used to probably 2 or 3 generations before. So by the type of assimilation also we can divide these tribes. Mode of livelihood is again another way that we can define or differentiate tribes. Now there is a very interesting phenomena which we will be talking about, is the migration. So there might be different reasons why these tribes have migrated from their native region to another region. So the first reason is economic. So during the colonial rule, for example, there were certain tribes like Mahali tribe, Santhal tribe. They actually moved to the place of livelihood. So their livelihood at that time was tea plantations and indigo plantations. Like Kabui Naga tribe, so they actually landed up in Naga, at Naga Hills during the British colonial rule, when they were working as porters over there. So if you find this video series interesting, do contact me, do message me and let me know if you're liking this series.